in this video, I want to show you exactly what a $9.6 million a year in ad spend under management ad process looks like. I want to take you from ad creation all the way to analysis. So I'll walk you through our AI thread that we've had at the agency to help us research on one of our client accounts, the research that came out from this thread, how we bundle that together into a UGC brief that we then sent to one of our content creators, and the final product from that UGC script. Now, if you're new to the channel, you don't yet know who I am. My name is Justin, and I'm the founder at paidadvertising.com, an online marketing growth firm specializing in elevating thriving brands by simplifying e-commerce growth. We've now had the pleasure of working with over 160 clients over the last 4 years and are actively managing over $9.6 million a year in ad spend. So with that being said, let's get straight into today's video. So to get right straight into it, the model for AI that we're using at the agency is GPT-4o. We've tried other AI models. We've tried like Claude as an example, like Claude.ai, but we just always kind of kept coming back to 4o. 4o usually is better both for research and scripting. In fact, this was something that we kind of had as a gray zone internally and slight disagreements where some of our team members actually believe that Claude had a better research process. So in other words, like Claude was better as helping us sift through our research documents, whereas GPT was actually much better at giving us like a more true to life script for our UGC pieces. So with that being said, just kind of wanted to go on the slight tangent, but let's get straight into it. So you're going to see this is kind of a long thread in itself. So we'll go through everything. Are you able to search the web? You know, can you search research within website URLs to pull information? Perfect. So now we're going to start by giving context. You know, I'll send you a bunch of info and I want you to give me the below info. So who's the brand about? Key points of the product, qualities, what are the person's pain points and pains in general, what are the deep emotional needs that they have that the product needs to solve, target audience, who are they, etc. So now we kind of get straight into it. This is like a huge prompt of context about our client in itself, which like feel free again to pause that wherever you want with it. So now we're going to kind of have stuff right here and we're going to keep giving it like more and more context overall. And now once it's done processing all the context information that we fed it, which is all either owned or market research data. So the difference between owned data and market research data is owned is actually something that the brand owner has either communicated to us through an onboarding form or stuff that we've noticed through analytics on Google perhaps or through Ads Manager. Most of what is shared in this video is actually market data. So it's data that we've found with publicly available information. So either by looking into competitors' websites, sifting through reviews, looking into the said clients' like website and product description. So it's mostly like public data in itself. So here's the document that we then had. You know, it's like, who are they? Background overview. What do they stand for? So now we have general introduction about the brand, the mission, the vision, the values, kind of the key points of the product in itself, the key products in itself that we have, the features and benefits, what are the persons, so the personas, pain points, and emotional needs, so on and so forth. Then if I keep scrolling, we then get into like the actual like emotional needs of the audience, the target audience in itself that we have. Again, this is all like done primarily based on the research that we've made. So I'm skipping ahead a few parts here, especially the research part, because honestly, it takes us hours to sift through some of this data for us to know like what to compile and what to send GPT. We don't just send it everything. There's a lot of work in the back end where our team like manually classifies the type of research that would be more useful to send AI in itself. But you get a gist here for how we're probing AI to get specific pieces of information out, which is usually about either the product or the persona. So who's the persona? What are the desires? What do they say typically? Like, what are the pain points that they've had? What can we get from like reviews as an example, right? So all of these again are found by public available information. Main competitors, you know, competitive advantages, and then same thing when it comes to product itself. So products turn into benefits, features of the said product, name it. Okay, so we've got everything here around the product and the persona. Now, what do we do with this information and how do we turn that into an actual UGC brief? This is where this starts, okay? So, and now that's where it gets interesting. So what we do is now we go about creating UGC scripts utilizing all the research that was outputted by GPT. Once again, I kind of skip a few points with a lot of personal info there, but I want you to follow along and kind of think about how you can implement that with your own brand. So what I have right here is like, I want us to ideate some UGC scripts for the retinol by brand name. I want them to be mostly about the retinol, but I also want us to mention the other products later in the script to talk about how great they all work together. Slight mention of them, not a full description, could be like paired that with a moisturizer, blah, blah, blah. So a lot of context about like the intention. So again, there's a lot of manual work here done by the creative strategist to give context here to the AI. Once again, is not good on its own. It's all about how you use it and what context you give it. So now what we did is we've actually came out with a couple of hooks ourselves that we believe would be best to start the script with, which we gave GPT. And then we give it again a little bit of data and backstory around it. So like, what is the primary mass market desire that we want to highlight in this UGC piece? So here, I want to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles so I can maintain a youthful look, so on and so forth. What is going to be the awareness level? So in other words, the positioning of these piece of content. What's the sophistication stage of the market? And then again, based on like what you know about the products and brand, the reviews I sent you, put yourself together in the skin of someone that could buy the products. Please generate a storytelling like script on the concept of 30 plus demo of the retinol, blah, blah, blah. So this will be read by a lady with an extroverted, captivating tone. So we give it context about the positioning of the messaging, who it's for, so the persona, what is the main desire, what are some of the points that we wanted to keep in mind when writing the script. Finally, what is the tonality and who's going to be reading that out loud, which is everything that the AI knows to then help you spit out a pretty good script, all things considered. So here's the script that we got from it, and I'll kind of show you how that looked like also as a final result afterward. So hook number 1, this is my secret to beautiful, radiant skin as a 30-plus-year-old lady. Scene 1, close-up of face with natural light. So scene idea for our creator. Hey ladies, I've got something amazing to share with you today. I'm in my 30s and I know how important it is to keep our skin looking fresh and youthful. Let's be real, we all want to slow down those signs of aging, right? Now, this right here, little bottle of magic, is client names enzyme active retinol serum. If you haven't heard of it, you're in for a treat, blah, blah, blah. So basically the scene, it's close up of the face, showing up the enzyme, applying the serum, zoom in on the application, mentioning of the other products, showing before and after, wrapping up and call to action, final thoughts if need be. Okay. In other words, when you kind of look into those as building blocks in itself, we have like a hook or an intro, if you want. Before I even get there, like in the actual hook, we're talking about like a problem in itself. And then when we get into it, we talk about the product, but we don't just talk about the product in itself. We talk about like, this isn't just any retinol. It's designed to, and then we get into explaining what type of retinol that is. We kind of assume familiarity with general retinol solutions out there. So again, solution awareness to an extent. Okay. Applying the serum. So again, this is kind of a product demo at this point. So while she's applying the product in itself, we're talking about like integrating that into the routine. So we're basically moving someone. The goal with the solution aware ad would be to move someone from being aware of various solutions or similar solutions to make them aware now of this specific product. So the goal again is to start by talking about like what they may have tried before or what they may be aware of already, and then lead them into thinking that this product is the best one for their needs. Okay, so if I kind of keep scrolling down, this is the script as a whole the GPT came out with. So it gave us actually 2 other variations, which you can see right here with the hook 2. So I'm gonna quickly scroll down so you can kind of see all of this on your side, and then it gave us a 3rd variation also of it, which hook 3, which you can see right here. Okay. Now we gave it a little bit of context, like refrain from using words like this isn't or it's or game changer. So some of the typical words used by AI. And then can you also split the scenes and the script into 2 different blocks? And this is exactly what we came up with. So the script that we then kind of tweaked internally to make it look better is the following. So hook 1, 2, and 3. This is my secret of beautiful, radiant skin as a 30-plus-year-old lady. Now hook 2, ladies over 30, this weird yellow serum will literally have you aging backwards. Now I visibly reduced my signs of aging under 30 days with this viral weird yellow serum, and I need to tell you more about it. Once again, going back, right? What was the exact like mass market desire that we had right here? I want to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. So all of our hooks are aligned with that. Again, creating a DCT. A DCT for us is a dynamic creative test. We create a video, in this case, with 3 hook variations, same body usually. And the goal of that is essentially to find like a combination that will be our winning ad. The script that we ended up like picking at the end of the day is this one. So I'm in my 30s and taking care of my skin has become more important than ever. As you can see, part of the reason why we asked the GPT to help us create 3 scripts is 1, to have different hook ideas, but more importantly, given how we came up with some of these hooks ourselves before even going to GPT, was to have it generate different variations of a script to help us mix some of the building blocks of these scripts together and also kind of fine tune those internally at the end. So here's the script that kind of came about right here. So again, the most important part when it comes to GPT is the data part. So if I kind of scroll down, once again, the desire. So the mass market desire behind the ad, the awareness level behind the ad, the sophistication stage, the persona itself too, for which this is for, B-roll and scenes. So overall suggestions that we're going to give to a creator. This is literally everything that we share to our content creator. Okay. So this is like literally copied and pasted into our content creator brief for them to follow. follow. So this is all the instructions they get. They get the script, they know exactly what to say, how to say it. They know a few B-roll and scene ideas for them to kind of take action over. And then just what is the overall like desire of this said ad, so they kind of know what their aim is, their North Star when shooting this. And now we kind of came up with 3 variations, right? 3 hook variations of a same ad. You can see a minute 53, and a minute 57. So this is the V1 of this ad internally, which means it's still not the final product. It was actually edited literally this morning. So we're still going to go through some changes with our editor internally to kind of fine tune it and make that better. This is just the first version that our editor delivered, but I wanted to show that to you in the video today. So if I click on it and play it, here we go.
Here's my secret to beautiful, radiant skin as a woman in my 30s. I'm in my 30s and taking care of my skin has become more important than ever. I wanted to keep that fresh, youthful look, and Labs Enzyme Active Retinol Serum has made all the difference. So I've been hearing a lot about Labs Enzyme Active Retinol Serum, and I decided to give it a try. Retinol, the key ingredient, is known for being highly effective at reducing fine lines and improving skin texture. I've been applying the serum every night before bed, and the results speak for themselves. Retinol is renowned for boosting collagen, which helps keep my skin firm and smooth. This version uses retinol, a potent form of vitamin A that delivers faster and more noticeable results. This serum absorbs quickly into my skin, leaving it feeling smooth and rejuvenated. I've been using this every night for the past month, and my skin has never looked better. It's smoother, my fine lines are less noticeable, and my complexion is brighter overall. In the mornings, I prepare with Labs Vitamin C Super Serum. It brightens and evens out my skin tone while protecting against environmental damage. Then I let the retinol take over at night. This duo works together like a dream. One protects and the other renews. When I combine it with hyaluronic acid and niacinamide hydration cream, my skin stays hydrated and plump. The cleanser is also a must-have. It gently exfoliates and preps my skin for the retinol to be even more effective. I mean, look at this. Just 30 days and the difference is real. You can see the visible improvements. My skin looks youthful and radiant. If you're over 30 and you want a skincare routine that truly works, I can't recommend Lab enough. Their retinol combined with the other products in their line will leave your skin looking youthful and radiant. For anyone looking for a reliable retinol, this one is worth it.
So now that you've watched this entire video in itself, you can probably feel like the pacing is a little slow. It's kind of a long ad, right? But it's good. Like the script in itself, the creator executing on our script at the basis is all we wanted, right? Everything else now comes down to editing. Editing is what would be fixing this into a good piece of content, meaning right now we know it's fundamentally good. We know that the fundamentals behind the script are sound because of our research. We also know that the tonality in itself, like the creator that we picked, she did an amazing job with tonality and the way she read that script out loud. The last like 30%, I'd say, of the job comes down to editing and making sure that the pacing is good, the animations are good, the music is good, the transitions are good, and all of that will turn that into a high converting UGC ad. And then typically what we do is like at the end of every month, what we'll do is we'll note like every single ad that we tested on an ad account, and we'll go through an analysis process like this one. So essentially we'll link the ad link live from the ads library. We'll copy its ad copy right here, its headline, the concept name, the market desire behind this ad, the awareness level, the sophistication stage, the type of creative also. And we'll do that for like every single top ad that we've launched in that month, like all of the best ads that we launched in the month. And we'll go into like all the learnings that we can go from there. So like, okay, market desires, any sort of patterns noticed there. Awareness level, any sort of patterns there, any sort of relation to market desires, any action steps or future ads. Same thing with sophistication stage, types of creatives that work best. So again, would that be UGC, statics, or video? Common factor and strong points of the copy and headlines, common ground between the concepts, and then the kind of the perfect ad focus. So basically based on the above, if we boil all of this down together, like what does the perfect ad look like so far based on data on this ad account? And this is kind of the overview into how I've been building with our team at paidadvertising.com UGC ads for our customers. So if you made it all the way through this video and you are an e-commerce brand owner above $50,000 a month, then I invite you to check the description down below and book in a call to speak with our team at paidadvertising.com today. With that being said, if you're not yet at 50K a month, but you still want help, I'd love to help you through consulting. So we have our ad engine consulting mentorship program listed down below. So check this out also if you're not yet at 50K a month. So with that being said, check out other videos on the channel for some more useful marketing tips, and I'll be wishing you an amazing day. See you in the next one. Bye.